I'll give a minute. See if we're gonna have somebody else.
Mm, no, I don't think so.
Why?
Somebody else in this course?
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying that I'm going to give a minute to see if we're gonna have somebody else.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Alondra and, and Susana.
Susana told me that she's definitely in, but she's not going to be with us during this week because she's out of the country.
Yeah, I see.
And Alondra, yeah, most of the time she enters, but she gets some minutes late because she's like she's a student, right? So she's probably like having other things to practice, maybe do homeworks and things like that.
Oh, yeah. And what about the Guillermo?
I don't know anything about him. I mean, I thought that he was going to enter, but to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a yes or no answer. I don't know. And
Okay.
well, and remember we had a student who was with us who was also your same name, Jose Maria.
Oh,
But he's also a student. He's young. He's in high school. So he's like actually he's taking another English classes. And he's also taking a sports classes in the afternoon. So he couldn't continue because he didn't have enough time to all these activities. So
Okay. I have a question, Selene. What is the number of this course?
this is the 17th.
17. Yeah.
We are going to start with the unit introduction discussion, and then we can see if we have some more people, and if we don't, well, they can look at the recording, right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so this is the unit we are going to start working with right
What
now.
unit?
During this
Unit 9?
9 and 10.
9 and 10, okay.
9 and 10. During this month, the 125, and in this month, we are going to work with the unit 9 and units. In the unit 9 are, well, the basic ones, grammar, reading, use of English, writing, vocabulary, speaking, and listening. But most of the time, since there are so many activities here, I try to choose like the ones that we can develop better, like in class. But of course, that you have, you know, you can do them by your own. I mean, you can work with them by your own if you want to. Okay, so I like to start with the speaking, which is the unit introduction discussion. And as you can see, like in listening, everything is going to be related to the weather. The title of it is the weather, so it means that every activity we do or work with is going to be related to the weather, like the climate.
In another course, I remember that we saw this topic, no? The weather, or
Yeah,
no?
similar. It was like when we saw about the earthquakes and that.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like kind of related, but it was in the other level, actually. It
Oh,
wasn't.
yeah. That's good. I understand.
Okay, so let's go then to these are like the order of the activities. So we are going to start with the unit introduction, and here we are. So please go to the unit introduction discussion in the unit 9, so we can discuss about it.
What is your favorite kind of weather? If you want, Selene, if you want to skip this class for tomorrow, and I could do the exercise for homework, if you like. If you like.
Why? Do you?
No, because I am the only one student.
Because I remember I told you that Susana is going to be out of, well, she is out of the country during this week, so she won't be here during the rest of the week.
Oh,
I'm not sure about Guillermo. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be in class or not. I don't know anything. Maybe he will, but he couldn't today, or maybe he will.
No problem for me.
Okay, and maybe Alondra will join us later. I mean, maybe. And if she doesn't, I have no problem like having the class with you.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. So are you here?
Mhm.
Yes,
And I need to open this part in my computer.
well, we can do like that if you want, because it's just speaking.
Okay, I see the questions.
Excellent. Okay, so let's just start. Tell me, Jose, what is your favorite kind of weather?
I kind of weather. I love sunny days.
Sunny days, like, do you like, what do you prefer? Like summer or winter or spring?
Okay, I prefer spring.
Spring? Like this
Spring.
kind of weather, like the current weather, or you like it like even warmer?
More warmer.
You prefer
More
warmer?
warmer. Do you remember that the spring started in March
Uh-huh.
21?
Yes.
We almost there in this
Mhm.
kind of weather in spring. I love spring and fall too.
Okay.
Mhm.
So how can you ask people for information about the weather in English? Like, I don't know, let's say that you are having a conversation with somebody who doesn't speak Spanish. So how will you ask this person about the weather?
Mm. Mm. For example, mm, how do you say? What is the it's called upside or what do you think it will cloudy tomorrow
Okay,
or it will raining tomorrow?
okay. Okay, now that I have, sorry for interrupting you, but I want to ask because now we have Alondra here. So Alondra, hi, I was telling Jose that we
Bye.
during
Hi,
this
Amanda.
month it's gonna be well, Jose, Alondra, and Susana, because we don't actually know if Guillermo is going to be able to join us during this month. And Susana is not going to be able to be here during this week, but she will join us next week. So it's gonna be basically the three of us. Probably Guillermo will join us, but I don't know. But well, the thing is that since I couldn't give you the class yesterday, we have like to recover that class, right? I have to give it to you. So how would you prefer to have it? Like, do you prefer to have today like an hour and a half and tomorrow also an hour and a half, or an hour today, tomorrow, and on Thursday?
An hour and a half, it's okay.
Okay, Jose, do you agree?
And tomorrow.
I prefer 2 days.
Today's also okay. So you both agreed. I mean, you
Yeah.
said that.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so today we're gonna finish at 7:30. Okay, let's continue then. We are in the, okay, so we are just discussing this question, Salon, that this is a unit introduction. Well, Jose, what is the temperature right now where you live?
The temperature, let me see my cell phone.
Okay.
Is 27 degrees.
27, oh my God, it's hot.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, where have you been that had the nicest weather?
I've been in I remember I've been in Chihuahua.
You've been to Chihuahua, okay?
Last year I went to Chihuahua. I remember that it was a nice weather.
Okay.
In August.
It wasn't that hot, or it was?
No, it wasn't like how do you say a little cold.
Okay, thank you.
A little cold.
So now, Alondra, is your turn. I'll be asking you these 4 questions, and then the other ones I'll be asking like one and one, okay? So Alondra, tell me, where do you think is the driest place on earth?
Maybe in the desert of the Sahara.
Okay, Sahara Desert, okay. What part of your country has the best weather? Like, think of Mexico. Which city or state do you think has the best weather?
I think Mazamitla has a nice weather.
Okay. And what's
See,
the worst?
the worst maybe Sonora or Chihuahua because it's so hot.
Yeah, it's funny because many people say that during the winter it's really cold and during the summer it's really hot. Okay, and the last one, do you ever check weather reports or forecast?
Yes, I check the ¿cómo se dice? El clima.
The weather.
Okay. The weather in the mornings.
Okay, thank you.
What is forecast? What does
Forecast
it
is
mean?
like the people who say, okay, next week we're gonna have a storm, and then tomorrow it's going to be sunny, and then the next day it's going to be raining. The people who tell us about the weather. And
Okay.
in a weather report, it's just what you check on your cell phone, right?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, next questions. Alondra, so tell me, do you enjoy sitting in the sun, like getting a tan, like when you are on the beach and that?
Yes, I like too much the summer. I like most summer than
The winter?
winter.
Okay, and actually it's a vitamin, right? Like D. So it's like you get it to the sun, so it's good. Okay. Jose, tell me, do you think tans are beautiful or unhealthy?
What is 10? 10.
Tan, it's when you go to the beach, for example, and then you wear your sunscreen because you're getting a tan. It's like
Okay.
like a layer of color over your skin.
Oh, yeah. I see land. I think it's both beautiful and unhealthy.
Okay, why?
Uh, Beautiful is logical because the skin is I think is
For alive?
yet and unhealthy because the exposition of the sun for a long time could be dangerous for the skin.
Okay.
I think I read to get a type of cancer of the skin,
Yeah, that's
something like that. I don't know.
yes. Okay. Alondra, tell me, which place in the world do you think has the best weather? Like in the world, not only here in Mexico.
I think Italy because it's very spring and warm place.
Okay, thank you. And Jose, tell me, what kind of weather do you hate?
Mhm. I hate the hot weather.
Okay, like extreme hot or
The extreme hot, yeah. Mhm. I prefer the cold weather.
okay, and why do you hate it? I mean, what are your reasons?
Mm, because I uh, ¿cómo dices sudar? How do you say?
Sweat.
I sweat. I have a lot of sweat. Sweat.
Okay,
What is sweat? It's a verb.
yes, it's the verb of sweating.
Okay. I sweat very much.
Okay.
It's correct to say?
Yeah, you sweat a lot.
But-
Very good. Okay, next round of questions. So Alondra, tell me, what kinds of storms do you have where you're from? Like think about all the different types of storms we can have, like in snow, rain, and wind, and dirt, and that. What kind of storms do you have where you're from?
Maybe a raining storms.
Rainstorm, okay.
And wind, maybe.
Wind, okay.
Wind.
Thank you. Jose, are there any times during the year in your country that you can't go outside because of the weather? Because it is really, really hot or really, really cold or raining a lot?
Not really, not really. I'm in my country or in my city.
Let's keep it simple, like to your city, because if we say our country, I mean, it's very
Yeah.
general, right?
In my city, not really. Only, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days in a year in January or February when
Okay.
the cold is very high.
Okay, the temperature is very, very low then, right?
Yeah, very low. The temperature is very low. Mhm.
Okay. And what about you, Alondra? How often does it rain where you're from?
Is for a seasons.
It's for
For
season.
example, in July and August.
Okay.
And then in September and sometimes in December.
Okay. And what about snow?
It doesn't snow,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay. Jose, is it humid where you live?
Humid.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a little humid because I live near to the sea.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Perfect, guys. So that was that unit introduction discussion. Now you could see in things related to that. Okay, so then today we are going to start with the grammar. So I'll ask you to please go to the 9.1 first conditional and time clauses. This is grammar 9.1.
Can we open this part?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, let me grammar.
Okay, so it says in here, if it snows, school will be canceled tomorrow. Okay, so we are going to start talking about, as it says in here, the first conditional. The first conditional is composed by two sentences joining one. So as you can see, if it snows tonight is one sentence. A school will be canceled tomorrow is another one. So I them in order to have one sentence. So in this one, repeat, we are working with the first conditional. If you see, I have an if clause and then I have a will clause. The if clause goes with the simple present tense if it snows. And the second clause, the second part of the sentence is with will. Let's talk about this. Real or unreal? In English, there are many ways of making sentences with the word if. You can say, oh, if it snows, if you want, if you think so, if you want it, if you, many different sentences.
If you have time.
Sorry?
Is another example is if you have time.
Yeah, if you have time, exactly. So there are many different ways of making sentences with the word if. It is very important to understand the difference between real possibilities and sentences that express unreal or imaginary situations. The thing with if is that it is present. It is like in every single conditional. We have zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, third conditional. We have 4 different types of conditional. Today, in every conditional is going to be with if. The other clause, the one with the tense, is the one that changes. But I mean, the if is just like a word, right? I'm just saying that it is part of the conditional sentences. And every conditional has their own function, their own meaning, let's say. So when we are talking about the first conditional, we are talking probably expressing a real or imaginary situations and probably some real possibilities. For example, let's talk about the real possibilities. You can use the presence, the first conditional with real possibilities. For example, if it snows, a school will be canceled. So this is just a possibility, I say. Which means that we're using the first conditional to talk about possibilities, but just like that, right? I'm not saying that it's for sure that they're going to happen. It's a possibility. If it snows, the school will be canceled. You should stay home if you're sick. So in this case, I'm not using will, I'm using should, but it's still the first conditional. We'll have a great time if you join us. Okay, so now notice that I can start with the if clause as in here, or I can start with the will or should clause as in this ones. But the meaning of these two different sentences, I mean, the context, the meaning of the use The use of the if first conditional is the same, showing a possibility. And we are still using if with the simple present part. And on the other clause, we have should or we have will. Now examples with a real or imaginary situations. You will understand if you spoke my language. Okay, this is not the first conditional no more. This is the second conditional. And this is used to talk about imaginary situations. Keep on your mind this. The first one is just for possibilities, and the second one is for a real or imaginary situations. You will understand if you spoke my language. I could help you if I had time. I will be sleepy if I didn't drink coffee this morning. The most common word or tense we use with this one is would, but you can also use could instead of would. Notice how with the if clause, we have it in past. If you spoke, if I had, if I didn't drink. This is, I repeat, the second conditional, and it is used for imaginary situations or unreal. Why unreal? Because probably in my present life, it's not possible. It is difficult to happen, or I'm just thinking about it, I'm just imagining. I'm not saying that they are impossible. They are, well, they can be considered impossible, but in the present time. And that's what we're talking about, right? Now let's go back to the first conditional. The first conditional is used to describe real possibilities. It's like a cause and effect. But again, these are just possibilities. I mean, it's not 100% sure that it will happen like that, but I'm talking about something real and possible. And for these, like for the first conditional, I make it with the if plus the present simple. And then on the other class, I use will plus the base form of the verb. Notice how they are, if you use them in this order, notice how they are separated like the two clauses, but with a comma. For example, if we have time, comma, we'll stop in Seattle. If you don't understand, comma, you have problems tomorrow. So both of these examples I have in here are showing something possible to happen, right? But, well, here I'm having again, if she doesn't study, she won't make much improvement. If I do that, he will get angry. Okay, in these two examples that I'm showing you here, I'm following the same order of words, starting with if, and then on the other, starting with if, present simple, comma, then on the other class, will or should, right? But you can start at the, backwards. I mean, you can start, here we have it. When we begin our sentences with an if clause, we use a comma to separate the two parts of the sentences. If we begin our sentences with a result clause, which is the one with will, like the effect of the sentence, we don't use a comma. What does this mean? That I can't like switch the word order, but if I do it, I will need to use a comma. For example, if you do the, okay, this one, if you do that again, I'll take away your toys. Or I can start, I'll take away your toys if you do that again. And if I do it like that, I don't need to add a comma. If I don't eat soon, I'll be angry. Or I'll be angry if I don't eat soon.
It's the same meaning, no?
Yes,
Not
it's exactly the same meaning. The difference will be that if you switch them, you don't need the comma. If you switch them, if you start with the will clause, with the result clause. But if you start with if, you will need the comma to separate them. She'll laugh if you tell her the joke. We won't study that if you don't want to. So notice here that the comma is disappears, but the meaning is exactly the same.
Yeah, okay.
Now it says in here, time clauses. Conditions of time use the same form as the first conditional. In time clause sentences, instead of if, we use expressions like when, as soon as, until, before, and after. Like the first conditional sentences, we use present simple with these words, and the other clause in the sentence uses will. So this is another way of changing if. We can say, for example, I will eat breakfast before I take a shower. I will eat breakfast. These ones are like more accurate. I mean, these are more like even more real than if I say if, because for example, if I say I will eat breakfast if I take a shower, I'm saying that if I don't take a shower, I'll probably won't eat breakfast, right? I mean, it's like, as I told you, a cause and effect situation. But if I say I will eat breakfast before I take a shower, I mean that I'm saying that I will eat breakfast, but first I need to do something else, which means like that before gives me that sense of the sentence, right? That meaning. In the second one, it says, until you apologize, I will not speak to you. Until you apologize. I'm not using if, but I'm still talking about something that it's not real at the moment, right? It could be real because it's a possibility, but I mean, I'm saying until you apologize, I will not speak to you. So you first need to apologize in order for me to speak to you. When I go to the game, I'll buy a hot dog. When I go to the game, I'm talking about something that will happen when I do another action. And in this case, I'm saying when I go to the game. And we don't have, I'm sorry. We don't have, well, here it says, notice when we start sentences with time expressions. Sorry, I cannot close this chart. I don't know if you're seeing it too. I have to give it a second because it's kind of slow. But well, tell me, so far so good? Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Can you see this black chart that is open in my computer?
What exercise? My
No,
what?
it's not an exercise. It's because I don't know what I click on and then something else open, but I cannot close it because it's still loading and I can find the option to close it. Do you see it or not?
The red?
No, it's black. It's covering almost half of my screen. No?
I see a point red.
No. So then you don't get to see it. I'm still waiting for that thing to close. Okay, but if you don't see it, then it's not a problem.
But what are you talking about it, teacher?
It's because I don't know what I click on. I think it's on the menu of my computer and then something black opened and it's covering half of my screen. And I cannot close it because it's still loading and I don't have the option to close it. So I'm just here waiting.
Oh, okay, I don't see that.
Okay, we don't have to see it.
You don't see it? Okay, good. That's good because it's very annoying. Okay, so that if you don't see it, don't worry, but I will need somebody else to read this. Please.
Me.
Go ahead.
Notice when we start sentences with time expressions, we separate the two parts of the sentence with a comma.
Okay, so basically here we were focusing, oh yeah, I remember. Basically here we were focusing more in the first conditional, right? Which is the one that talks about possibilities. And this one of real or imaginary situations, we just saw like a preview because later on we're gonna work with them, okay? But just like keep on your mind if you want to like make a mental note that this one is the second conditional and it is structured by would in the result clause in the past tense with if. And this is, I repeat, the second conditional is used to talk about situations that are imaginary, in the present are not real. And these ones are possible to be real, right? Okay, so questions about this grammar topic, guys?
No, teacher.
No? Alondra, what about you?
No, it's okay.
Perfect. So then let's go and practice. I have shared with you. So now I'll ask you to go to it. And it says first conditional and time clauses. And it says in here, put the verb into the correct first conditional form. Remember that the first conditional is with will in the result clause and present simple with the if clause. For example, if it isn't sunny tomorrow, he'll be miserable. So just be careful with the auxiliary you're going to use, for example, in the negative ones. Here I have negative and it's with the verb to be. So that it means that it's going to be isn't in the case of it, right? Since we have it, it's going to be isn't. So, well, please work on this exercise and tell me when you're ready so we can check and share your answers, okay?
Okay.
Did you finish?
Not yet.
Yes, teacher, I finished.
Okay, Alondra, tell me when you're done, please. Okay, maybe we start, you can like finish while we answer the ones that you're missing.
Okay, it's okay. I just two more. It's okay.
Okay, so then let's go to the first one. Jose, please, letter A.
Mhm. If you go to the exhibition, you will have a good time.
Very good. If you go to the exhibition, you will have a good time. Very good. Alondra, letter B.
If global warming is contained, it will be destroy the world.
If global warming what?
Is continue.
Continues, simple present. And the
It
other
will
one,
be
it will
destroy-
destroy the world. If the global warming continues, it will destroy the world. Very good. Jose, letter C, please.
If he comes, I will be surprised.
Great, thank you. Alondra, letter D.
If the humidity go up, we'll buy an air conditioner.
Okay, if the humidity goes up, we will buy an air conditioner. Very good. Okay, give me a minute, please. Okay, so letter E. Jose, please.
If we go on holiday this summer, we will go to Spain.
Okay. We will go to Spain. Letter F. Alondra.
If the weather doesn't improve, we wouldn't have a picnic.
If the weather doesn't improve, we will not have a picnic. Very good.
It doesn't or don't, teacher. I miss
Doesn't, because the weather is like it.
it.
It is a thing.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay.
Sí.
Letter A, Alondra. I mean, sorry, G.
Wildlife will disappear if deforestation continues.
Wildlife will disappear if deforestation continues. Okay,
Teacher,
good.
I have a question, teacher. Can I?
Of course.
In the letter E, in the second part, when you put we will not have a picnic, it's the same to put
Won't.
okay, we won't have a picnic.
Yes, it is the same.
We won't. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Alondra, letter H, please.
The dust will become a problem if we doesn't clean up every week.
Excellent, will become a problem if we don't clean up every week. Good. Letter I, Jose.
We will have to learn about Fahrenheit if we move to USA.
About Fahrenheit. If we move to the USA. Excellent. Okay. Alondra, letter J.
If I don't go to bed early, I will be tired tomorrow.
Very good. I will be tired tomorrow. Excellent. And Josue, the last one, please.
What is the last one? If I don't go
If I don't go.
to bed early, I will be tired tomorrow. Okay. If I don't. Letter K. I will come early if you want.
Very good. If you want. Excellent. Okay, now let's go to the second part of the exercise, and it says put the verb into the correct form. For the example, I'll hide when the lighting starts, or I will hide when the lighting starts. It's basically the same as in the other one. We have the verbs and you just, well, actually it's the same. I mean, you decide if you're gonna start it with a simple present or with will, right? So please keep practicing with the second part and tell me when you are ready to share.
Okay.
Ready, guys?
Yes, teacher, I'm
Yes.
ready. I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. So let's go and see. Let's go to letter A. Letter A says she, okay, well, Alondra, can you help me with letter A, please?
Yes. She stays here until you will come back.
Mhm. She'll stay here. She'll stay here until you come back. In this case, until is replacing if. Okay, letter B, Jose, please.
Letter B. We won't go home before we visit the art gallery.
Very good. Alondra, letter C.
As soon as it will warm up, let's go outside.
As soon as it will warm up, let's go. Okay.
It will warms up or warm up.
Yeah, that was something I wanted to say, but I was going to wait till the end. But
It's in present. I don't know. It's will is in future will warm up.
yeah, we have to use it like in present. But let's see, it should be like this. As soon as it warms up, wait.
Okay, I put in present in this example. I don't know.
Where is it? Yes, as soon as it warms up. As soon as it warms up. Let's go outside. Okay, now let's go then to the letter D.
D. Me? Yeah. And I will love you until I find somebody better.
Okay.
That's rude. That's rude.
Very awkward examples. Okay, letter E. Alondra, please.
Will you go to the park after the sun sets?
Very good. Will you go to the park after the sun sets? Letter F. Jose, please.
I will keep riding my bike to school until the weather gets too harsh.
Until the weather gets harsh. Very good. Okay, Alondra, letter G, please.
Before spring starts, we will plant seeds for the crops.
Okay, before spring starts, we will plant the crops. Perfect. Letter H, Jose.
She will draw a sketch before she paints a picture.
She will draw a sketch before she paints a picture. Excellent. Letter I. Alondra.
She doesn't like the news when she heard.
She doesn't like the news when she will hear it. You have it like that?
When she heard it. Sorry.
Okay, so then it will be here. She won't like the news
Okay.
when she hears it. Yes, it makes more sense like this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that was the end of the second part. Let's go to the third part. And the third part says, choose the correct connector to complete the following sentences. So here you're gonna decide between before, after, until, or when, okay? So depending on the context of the sentence, you will answer this part of the exercise. So tell me when you're ready, please.
Okay.
Ready, guys?
No, teacher. I need 1 minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, I finished too.
Excellent. Let's go and see then. Letter A, Jose, please.
Buses will stop running until it drops below freezing.
Very good. Wait, sorry. Until. Alondra, letter B.
We should stay inside before the lighting stops.
Before, very good. Letter C. Okay.
I don't want to be buried when I die.
Okay, very good. Alondra, letter D.
Until we run out of soup, we should buy some more.
Okay, very good. Here, actually in this one, it could be the both. Like you can say, oh, before we run out of soap, we should buy more. It's like before we run out of it. Or we can say until we run out of soap. It's like you can wait, right? So if you want to wait, it's until. If you don't want to wait, it's before. Both make sense. Okay, Jose, letter E, please.
We will stay home if it gets miserable outside.
Okay. Letter F, Alondra.
My skin turns red after I drink alcohol.
Okay. It could be also here when. So it all depends on the context, right? If you say my skin turns red after, it means that if you drink alcohol and then after you will have like an effect, right? Like a result. Or you can say when, because maybe it happens at the moment you drink it. So one or the other, depending on the context. Jose, letter G, please.
While your English improves, you should stay in this class.
Okay. It could be also the same. You can say while if it's like during, or you can say until, like it's like when your English improves, like leave, right? Okay, Alondra, letter H.
I will plug my cell phone in when I go to bed tonight.
Okay, very good. Jose, letter I, please.
It's so late. The movie will sell out before you arrive at the theater.
Very good. Okay. Letter J, Alondra.
You will learn about different genres of music when you move to that country.
Excellent. Jose, letter K.
Until you stop buying your lunch every day, you will save a lot of money.
Thank you. Good. Alondra, letter L.
The world will never change as soon as everybody gets more environmentally conscious.
Very good. Excellent. In this one, the world will never change until everybody. Here, it could be the world will change. If this will be affirmative, like the world will change as soon as everybody gets more environmentally conscious. But here we have it in the negative way, so we have to give it like the world will never change until everybody gets more environmentally conscious. Yes?
Okay.
Jose, letter M, please.
Birds will come back to this city after it warms up.
Okay. And letter N, Alondra.
It's an emergency. Call me when you can.
When you can. Very good. Excellent. So we have the last part, and exercise 4 says complete the sentences with the correct form of the verbs. So it's like also as a previous exercise we've been doing, like with the present part or with the result plus, which is with will or show, right? Okay, so this is the last one. Work on it. Probably we won't have time to check it. So, but let's see here 5 minutes, and in 5 minutes you finish, we can check it. And if we don't finish in 5 minutes, you can finish it like and check it tomorrow. Okay, but
Okay.
work on it, please. Okay, so did you finish? I don't think so. right?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay, great. Jose, did you?
No, teacher. Me faltan dos.
Okay, but I think that we can start checking it. No?
Ujú.
Alondra, letter A, please.
She will get here after she finishes work.
Very good, perfect. Letter C, Jose.
We will sit in the shade if it warms up.
If it warms up, very good. Letter E and F, Alondra.
Until we stop polluting the oceans, I will not go swimming in them.
Will not go. Here is a stop because it says we. Remember that yes is when we have he, she, or it.
Okay, stop. Until, sorry.
Okay, Jose, G and H.
Okay. I will plug in my computer before the battery dies.
Very good. Alondra, I and J.
Before we go to have a picnic, I will make sure to pack a lunch.
I will make sure. Very good. It happened the same, right? Because we have we, it's just
Okay, before.
okay. K and L.
We will leave this continent as soon as we find a job overseas.
Very good. Letter M and N. Alondra, please.
We will be apart until I go back to my country.
Back. Excellent. Very good. Jose, O and P.
Oh, let me see. He goes back to the mainland as soon as the weather will improve.
He will go.
He will go. He will go.
He will go back to mainland as soon as the weather improves. Alondra, letter Q and R.
It will be chilly until the sun rises.
Chilly until the sun rises.
Chilly, okay.
Rises. Very good. Okay, guys, questions about this? What do you think?
No, yes, it's okay.
Not yet. Yeah, it's kind of an easy topic. And once we start with the difficult grammar topics, everything becomes easier. So, well, thank you for being here this hour and a half. I'll see you then tomorrow for another half an hour class. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.